Hey guys, what's up? So in the last video we kind of talked about how to build components, but we didn't really touch on the usefulness of components, and today I was thinking maybe we could do that. Let me start by giving you an idea of what components mean, and then we can visit this again. So components allow you to reuse logic that's implemented on one section over and over again. So if I had to manually type in this particular code and drop this particular styling, it would take me a lot of time to do. So what components allow us to do is we can abstract that code. Abstraction simply means we do the heavy lifting somewhere else, and then we bring just the piece of code that we need to this particular place. So supposing I need a button now in a login page, I would just use this component. Supposing I need a button in the desktop page, I would use this component. So it kind of makes the work easy and it makes me a little more efficient. One thing I want you to know about React is that it's a component-based library. So in the sense that you can build the entire UI using component. Let's say we're given Google, for example, to build out, let's say we find something interesting and we're asked to build this entire thing with React Native. Let's say we're told to build this on the UI. This itself is one component, because if you look at this, you can see that this type of structure is reused everywhere else. So you have this logo, the name, possibly the URL for that thing, the title, the short description. So you can see it here again, the logo, the name, the URL, the title, the short description. So that would be a component in React. This other one is you have multiple images. This could be one component, this could be another, this could be another, this could be another. Now you might be thinking to yourself, how do we then differentiate? Let's say we want to use the same type of structure, but we don't want to use the exact same type of value. That's where a very powerful feature in React comes in, and that feature is called props. Now, every component has the ability to receive what's known as props. Props are, in full meaning, properties. If you've had some experience or know anything about class-based programming, you will know that there are certain values that are properties to a class or to an object. Think of props as such. The only difference is you can pass props from parent to child, which means that wherever I place my component becomes the child to that parent. So since I'm placing my component in app, this is the child and this is the parent. So I can pass props from this particular thing down into this place. And I'm just going to demo that. Say, for example, I say text like this. Now, let's see, does that work? Right, so it says text doesn't exist. So to fix that, we could just say testing props like this. So why are we not able to spot testing props anywhere? So that's easy. The reason is because when you pass props down from the parent, you should also consider the fact that the child has to know that you've passed props down to it. What we will do there is we will just do something like this. So what this means is whatever props we've passed from the parent would have to show on the child. So that's why we have testing props here. If I was to change this to testing props 1, 2, 3 and I was to save, you'd see that we now have testing props 1, 2, 3. Those are the types of cases where we use props, where we want to pass some level of variable or information from parent side down to the child side. Now, someone may be asking, what happens if we need to pass props from the child back up to the parent? How can we do that? Now, there are a couple of ways. There is one way in particular that would have us using a variety of other things, and I don't want to really complicate the matter right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that as a separate video, how to pass props from the child back up to the parent. But for this particular thing, I'm just going to show you the different types of things that can be passed as props. So we can have options. So this can just be high 5, mid 2, 3, and low 12. Now, so options is another prop. We're going to take it like this. We're going to say options. So we're going to take options. I will say options dot high. Say options dot mid. Say options dot low. So we can see the entire information that we passed in, right? Even though we passed it in as an object, we could take that object and use dot notation to get the values of each of the properties for that particular object. So we can also pass functions, we can pass values, we can basically pass anything we want, but the idea is that you can pass data or information from the parent down to the child. All right, so with that, I think we've been able to achieve something today. See you in the next video when we take on passing props from the child back to the parent.